What's up, everybody? Anime and Beer with a review for the Power Rangers issue 1 comic. Now, I finally got a chance to sit down and read it. This comic actually came out last Wednesday, so I'm a week late in reading it, and so still gonna get a review. I don't care. Love the series, so I'm gonna talk about it. So sit back, pop in a cold one. Here we go. Now, with the Power Rangers series, again, just like the Mighty Morphin series, it's a continuation of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series. So, to be more exact, this is a continuation of the issue 54 chapter of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, where the Omega Rangers actually are on this planet, and they're, I guess, for lack of a better term, greeted by this being who calls himself the Imperials, which later we found out there's actually more of them. But what the Imperials are pretty much these planet buster creatures who kind of like, I guess you could say, are like purifying the world. And where the Power Rangers issue 1 series leads into is them having to figure out who they are, where they are, and pretty much going on a mission to stop them. And which is exciting because the Omega Rangers, who is Zach, Trini, and Jason, they come back home to Angel Grove and they decide they need to talk to Zordon. What happens is they put 2 and 2 together because, again, in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers series, we get the return of Draken, who crash lands in a comet, and the Rangers detain him, have him locked up at the command center, and 2 and 2 is put together that Draken was running from something, and what they find out is he was actually running from the Imperials because they are these powerful beings, like I said, that can just bust planets and just destroy anything in their path. So they talk to Zordon and ask Zordon, hey, can we take Draken? He can help us figure out where they are, who they are. Zordon, of course, says, no, you guys aren't Rangers anymore. Draken is my problem. We have him. We're going to keep it that way. And case closed. And pretty much what happens is, long story short, Omega Rangers say, nope, not happening. We need them. So they actually divide a planet and bust them out, which takes a turn, I guess you can say, for the worse, because they're caught by Alpha, and Draken actually knocks Alpha out and kind of damages him, but nothing like long term. He's not like down and out. But what ends up happening is Zordon and Jason, come face to face, and Zordon says, put him back in his cell, and if you don't, I'm going to throw everything I have at you. And Jason pretty much says, we have to do this. Peace. And which is kind of exciting for a number of reasons. One being with the comment that Zordon made, are we going to see Omega Rangers versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? Be kind of cool. Also, with the ending of the issue 55 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, we see the return of the Green Ranger, which is absolutely amazing. And what we got in issue 55 was that Grace actually comes to Draken and pretty much tells him, are you just going to stand in this cell and rot, or are you just going to do something with yourself? And that's when we get the Green Ranger. So is it safe to say that Draken is the Green Ranger? Yes and no. I'm going to say yes. But with Draken being taken by the Omega Rangers, are we going to see more pop-up of the Green Ranger in the Mighty Morphin series, or is that just going to be put on hold until they're done with him in the Power Ranger series? Or are the Power Ranger series and the Mighty Morphin series going to kind of like merge and fuse into the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series again, but just 2 separate comics? Don't know. We'll just have to find out. But of course, this was just an introduction into the Power Ranger series. Um, yeah, not really much to say about this issue, but that was just a really major piece. The fact that the Omega Rangers pretty much defied Zordon, defied their mentor, the guy who pretty much trained them to be Power Rangers for, what they feel is the greater good. But Zordon feels like keeping Draken locked up is the greater good. So everybody feels like what they choose to do is for the greater good. And pretty much one person has to be right. So we're going to see, whether it was worth it breaking Draken out or was it a risk. Um, just getting into some little nitty gritty parts. Jason is very arrogant and cocky. We see a moment with him and Rocky, where they're sparring, and Jason says, "Oh, you're almost as good as fighter as me. You're almost as good as me and stuff." But they also have a heart to heart where Rocky actually does something that we kind of joked about when Tommy became the White Ranger and Jason pretty much got demoted. Rocky feels like, Grace was the leader when she was the Red Ranger. Jason was the leader when he was the Red Ranger. There's actually a issue where they actually share, not share, but they swapped kind of like powers, whatever. So Trini became a Red Ranger for a short moment, and she was somewhat of the leader. So Rocky pretty much thinks it's not fair that all these Rangers, well, all these Red Rangers are leaders, and then when it got to him, he's just like, I'm just here. And Jason pretty much tells him like, dude, you're protecting not only your friends and family, but my friends and family. And it's not the color that defines you; it's you as a ranger that defines you, which I felt was nice. But yeah, Jason is still cocky and arrogant, in my opinion. For the whole, "Oh, you're almost as good as me." Like, dude, calm down, calm down. Let's not forget that Tommy kicked you at your Zord. But I digress. We're not going to touch base on that. But yeah, the Power Ranger comic is really good. The Mighty Morphin comic is really good. Like I said before in my last Power Ranger review, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger review, we're finally getting what we want. We're getting like the nitty gritty Power Ranger. The Omega Rangers, defying Zordon, really speaks volumes. It speaks volumes to me as a fan because Zordon was their leader, mentor. What kind of like what he said was law because he actually says in the comic, I've been protecting the universe for 10,000 years. I know what I'm doing. Omega Rangers are stepping up saying, Zordon, you don't. Because, while the Power Rangers are saying you're trying to sacrifice one world, I can't remember. I can't quite quote it, but it kind of goes to, kill one, save a million type of thing. Omega Rangers, they're that's how they feel. They're saying, hey, releasing Draken will save millions, while the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are saying, you know what? I don't think that's how it is. If we release Draken, it might make matters worse. But we don't know what might happen. Draken might have a change of heart. He's still crazy. He's still talking to the Cyber Head. But yeah, good issue. Again, this is just the first issue, so it's not really a lot I can really say right now. But as the the issues progress, I'll have a lot more to say on it. But yeah, Omega Rangers are doing what they want to do. They're saying, hey, we need help, we need Draken, we're going to bust them out. So I'm really looking forward to see if we're going to see a Ranger versus Ranger. I'm really looking forward to see more of the Green Ranger because at this point, Grace and Billy are still the only people who really know that Draken has the Green Ranger power, but does Draken still have the Green Ranger power? Does he still have the power coin, or is that just something that Grace takes back at the end of his, battles, endeavors, and things like that? But yeah, after issues release, I do more reviews on it and kind of build on this right here. I know I'm just kind of rambling, so as like I said, the issues progress, it'll be more and more in depth as to what's going on. Um, but yeah, guys, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to see, what you want to hear. Let me know how I can make the channel better. Uh, so, yeah, Power Rangers issue 1. If you haven't read it, I would say read it. It's a good read. Anime and Beer, signing out. Peace.